Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to this War Thunder meta episode. We're gonna look at the battle rating suggested for May 2022. They're gonna do some battle rating changes, and Gaijin wouldn't be Gaijin if they did something Gaijin, right? I mean, there is some things in here that I do not comprehend. It is amazing sometimes. Other things are quite decent, but we'll run through the air vehicle changes quickly and we'll see what is there. I'd love to hear your opinions on some of these things in the comments. Do like the video if you enjoy it and make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. There is a lot more to come. Also join me on my other platforms, especially Locals and Rumble. I highly appreciate it if you take the time to do that. The links are in the description below. So let's have a look here. The higher battle rating planes here are planes that I do not fly so often, although I did hear that this J version that's going down in battle rating excludes the Chinese one, and that is a bit weird. It's unexplainable. These two Gs do go up, both of them, and the F-105, I've heard people say that this is a decent change for this plane, although I've never flown it myself, so there is that. If you have something to say on these, you probably know more about it than I do, as I've never flown any of these planes. But the Lightning, oh my god, I've got a squadron mate of mine that is gonna say something fantastic. He will be elated with this change, as he loves that plane. He's a Brit, and he was a little bit sad, but not quite, because right, the Lightning F6, he was telling me all kinds of story about how he was just killing things off with the Lightning at a 9.3 battle rating with 8.3 down tiers, where well, it's just the speed difference and stuff like that. Now it's been moved back to 9.3. That is very, very interesting indeed. Does the Lightning need to be at 9.3 is the question. Well, apparently somewhere in Gaijin's stats they decided that that is a resounding yes. We need to get the Lightning back into 8.3 range. Yes, I'm sure Maxi, I know you're listening, you will be happy, I'm sure. Well, the F86Ks, that is a fine change. As far as I know, these Saber-like planes are not too great, and at the 9.3 battle rating they were struggling a bit, so 9.0 should be fine for these planes. The Banshee here to 8.3, yeah, I don't know if that's necessary, don't know if that's gonna be all that good. We see the Vampires going up to 8.0, Vampires going up again. They were at 7.3, where at which point they were very comfortable at a 7.3 battle rating, but they were doing well in the hands of a capable pilot, so 7.7 was kind of acceptable, right? I was like, okay, I'll deal with it. 8.0 for the Vampires, I don't know. I think it's unnecessary to move them up again, killing them off completely, especially in up tiers. I mean, Vampires can be very fun, very maneuverable, very nice, especially when you get the firepower down with guns in the belly, but yeah, I think 8.0 is just too high. I don't think this change is necessary at all, but I'm sure Gaijin saw something in their stats. We'll get back to those stats a little later though, and how they do these battle ratings, because we're gonna come to the main thing that annoys me to no end in a sec. These F-89s, they definitely don't need to go down any further. When I meet these planes in the hands of capable pilots, they can be quite annoying, both the rocket one and the 620mm one. I think the D was the rocket version, right? It's gonna face 6.0. I don't know, man. It does seem a little bit too low for this plane, but alright, who am I? The first F-84 to 7.0, well, I can live with that. I can live with that. It's definitely a good plane. It's very capable at 7.3, but 7.0, fine. The Heinkels, the most terrible jet in the game. I've mentioned it a couple of times, from 6.3 to 6.0. Not sure if that's necessary, but I can live with that as well. That's okay. I have no issues there. Japanese Bomber 8, the G8 N1. I don't see much difference here. It's all right with me. D9 going down. I know why that is happening. As the plane is very stiff at the moment, people kinda the meta in War Thunder for most players is try to turn as soon as you can. That is what most people do at the moment. And the D9 is not good at that at all. So in the average stats of Gaijin, of course this plane does horrible in the hands of the average pilot. And thus it needs to go down because of course it performs badly in a turn fight, or any furball won't do well there. But I'm happy with this change, man. I'm gonna be cruising around in my D9s and I'm gonna wreak havoc. In a boom and zoom capacity, you need to fly this plane with patience, and a 5.0 with that speed, with that firepower, is gonna be absolutely freaking fantastic. Of course, the elevator, if it's still where it was when I last flew the D9, it's very stiff. It's not great. It forces you to work around the lack of elevator authority, but in the end, a Focke-Wulf D9 at 5.0, yay! It's too low, in my opinion. It should stay at 5.3. And here we go, guys. Here we go. There we are. This is the main culprit in this whole list. We have zeros, and we have zeros going up again. We have zeros going up again. Before we know it, the final countdown is gonna be a reality. I don't know if you know this movie, but it's about a US carrier, the USS Nimitz, going through a storm, flashing back into time, and coming back into the waters around Hawaii at the time of Pearl Harbor. And it's an amazing war movie that is very entertaining, but we have F-14 Tomcats fighting zeros in that movie, and at this pace here, we're gonna reach that battle rating pretty soon. Make all the zeros 13.0, right? The new top tier. We're gonna need that, because these zeros, they just turn too well. They're just too good in the hands of the average pilot, and they need to go up in battle rating. No, seriously, really, they need it. They do need it. Oh, some of these zeros is 5.0, man. They're gonna be facing some of the super props. It's gonna be so painful to fly in zeros from this point forward. I hope Gaijins one day will come to their senses and will start to base these battle ratings of the true potential of the plane in the hands of some of the better pilots, because this is just getting ridiculous, right? This is just 5.0, 5.3 for the A6M5 Otsu. I mean, I like zeros. Can make them work. Fine in the hands of a capable pilot, but this is getting ridiculous for the average pilot. Okay, let's move on. G55 moved up. Again, all the G55s are moving up and up and up and up because of their firepower. There's two basic things that you need to keep in mind. So Gaijin uses the average stats that players get on these planes, and that includes everybody. So the average stats. Now, what makes average stats good for the average pilot that doesn't know a lot? Turn time and firepower. If you go into a head-on and you have a lot of firepower, you survive, you might get 2 kills, you get above the average, and your battle rating goes up as a plane. If you can turn very well, then on the average pilot's hands, you will survive against pretty much everything that's not another dedicated turn fighter, and you're gonna do well. Thus, the zeros are going up. And in this case, the G55 is going up to 4.3. It's not necessary at all, it's not needed. It was fine at 4.0, but it has to go up because it has a lot of firepower, and that does very well for the average stats on a plane. So yeah, there we see it again. Now I have no clue why the Kai 67s need to go up. I find those planes horrific, but apparently they do something good in Gaijin stats. I don't know. Sterling going down, fine with me. That's good. It's necessary. Year 2's going down. It's also fine with me. That nothing bad there. The H8K3, that's that flying boat with 20 millimeters, I believe. 3.3, 3.7 doesn't make a lot of difference, so that's fine with me. The Kai 61 doesn't need to go up at all. The Kai 61s are not that good. I just flew the P38E with an air spawn and a fantastic starting position. That's also at 3.3. If the Kai 61 goes up to 3.7, what the hell is a P38E still doing at that battle rating? But wait, probably the P38E is more difficult to fly by the average pilot because it's a big target, it doesn't turn very well, and it's just difficult. I don't know, man. I don't know. Some of these changes, I just cannot comprehend them. The Kai 44 too high, also going up to 3.7. We see a lot of Japanese planes in this list, don't we? With the rankings going up. I find it very peculiar. The Ki 44 again is a plane that can turn very well, so that's probably it. B-18B. Oh, we have another flying boat here that also goes up, of course. It's another Japanese plane. The B-18B, I can accept that. The B-18s are absolutely fantastic in the Swedish line. Some of the best bombers in that line. And it going up to 3.7, that is fine. It will still wreak havoc. No problemo. Italian going up, the C205 Series 1 going to 3.7. Not sure if that's really needed. It only has machine guns at a 3.7 battle rating. The machine guns, although they have been improved, is well, I don't think it warrants the up tier here. Another Kai 61 from China, also going up, not needed. The Focke-Wulf A1 going to 3.0. Oh yeah, man. No, it's not needed. But okay. I will eventually fly the Focke-Wulf 190 A1 again. I'm gonna have a field day at a 3.0 battle rating, I'm sure. This is a very strange change again. It has the firepower, this one, but it doesn't have the turn time. Maybe that's why the stats move this plane into the 3.0 slot, but yeah, it's very strange. PE3 bis. I don't remember this plane being particularly bad, but if it goes down a little bit, fine. It's not too much of a problem for me. Aero Cobra. The Q5 is going from 3 to... I'm flying these planes at the moment, by the way. A P39N0, that is here as well. That's going to 2.7. Okay. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. The P39N0 is going to 2.7 battle rating. Oh my god. But we were still here. The Q5 is going to 3.0. Alrighty then. Yes. Aero Cobra is fantastic. It's absolutely super fast at the 3.3 battle rating. It has massive firepower. It is untouchable almost when you get it up to altitude. And now it's going to be even lower in battle rating. It's going to face 2.0 planes. This thing, man, it's so good, so good. But I guess the bigger caliber gun is a problem for some of the people to shoot it. It's not easy, I mean, for beginners. But if put a experienced pilot in an Aero Cobra at 3.0 or 2.7 battle rating. Oh my god, oh my god. Well, we'll see the results. It's gonna wreak havoc in the hands of an experienced pilot, and maybe the beginning pilots are gonna have a little bit more fun in it, because apparently, again, I'm moving back to I'm a bit critical of Gaijin, of course. Again, they should really do their battle rating changes based on something else, or they should explain how they come to these kind of conclusions, because there is a lot of strange decisions here that don't make any sense unless you take into account the turn fighting capabilities and the firepower of planes that move them up or down. Which really hampers the average performance in a plane, right? But yeah. Ju-88A4 going to 3.3. I don't see that necessary. The Ju-88s are nice and good at the battle ratings, especially the earlier ones in the 2.3, 2.7 range, but the 3.3 range is gonna be, it's not that fast anymore. I don't see the point to this change. The BF-110C7, very nice plane. I really liked it at 3.0, 2.7. It's gonna be nice for this plane. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, the Airacobra, we already talked about this. This is absolutely ridiculous. This plane going to 2.7 battle rating. It's gonna face 1.0, man. 1.0 in a down tier. Did I say 1.0? I mean 1.7. 1.7, my god. I'm getting excited here. 1.7 in a down tier. An Airacobra. Okay, moving along. Moving along. Nothing to see here. This is not gonna cause any problems at all. A Beaufighter, 40mm Beaufighter going down. I just made a couple of videos not too long ago on Beaufighters. Beaufighters are absolutely joyful to fly in. It's gonna be even more joyful now. Going down tiers to 1.3. Okay, yeah. The BF-109E3. It's going up. It's going up. No. The BF-109E3, which is a fantastic gem of a plane, absolutely fantastic, would do fine at 3.0, 3.3. It's going to 3. No, it's going to 2.3 battle rating. 2.3 battle rating. Yep. I just saw that. I can't unsee it, right? I can't unsee it. I can just blink my eyes and hope that Gaijin removes this change before they finalize this list. A BF-109E3 at 2.3 battle rating. Hello, Echo. Is that a good idea? Yeah. Okay, so we're going back to some Italian planes here. C202. Fantastic plane, going up a little bit. I don't know if the 3.0 is really necessary on the C202. It was already, I think it was already upgraded, right, from 2.3 to 2.7. It's probably still doing well. I mean, it's a good plane, but I don't know if this is necessary. I'm in doubt. The C202 EC with the big guns, the German 20mm. 3.0. It can handle that, definitely can, but again, the C202D again, also a good plane. So I can live with this change, all three of these, but are they really necessary? That is then the question. Maybe the EC with the firepower, but then again, I don't know. Another Japanese plane. We're seeing a lot of recurrences here. Japanese planes and Italian planes seem to be moving up. They just increased their effectiveness of their machine guns not too long ago to make them viable again, or finally give them a fair chance when it comes to smaller caliber guns and effectiveness and stuff like that, firepower. And now we're seeing all these Japanese and Italian planes going up. This one have to do with the other, people suddenly doing a little better in them again, Gaijin getting nervous and upgrading them to a little bit of a higher battle rating. So their changes are equalized again. Bye firepower increase. Well, helped and it's nice, but with these battle ratings, Kai 44, good turning plane going up to 3.0. The German CO202 is also going up, of course. And then we have an interesting change here. I just made a video of the Wildcats and the 4, which me and many people in the comments concluded is the worst version of the two. Many people actually preferring the 3 because of the little bit extra ammo count on the guns and the little bit extra maneuverability because of the 2 missing 50 cals in the end of the wings, less weight. Many people prefer the 3 as the better plane, but the 3, the F4F3, is not in this list, so it will remain at a 2.7 battle rating, and the 4 with the more firepower, extra firepower, is going to 3.0. basically proving my point that firepower for beginners is nice because it finishes off planes more often, and thus the average stats of a plane when it has more firepower is higher, and thus they get battle rating increases. Jesus Christ, I can't talk anymore. Okay, good. Yeah, so yeah, prove my point. Thank you. P400, which we also just made a video about, is going down to 2.0. The P400 is not the greatest plane, but is not that bad at all. It's actually quite good. It has a couple of strong points that you can definitely use at a 1.0 down tier with a P400. You're gonna meet reserve planes in the P400 now. Okay. Is that a good idea, guys? What are we thinking here? My God. Okay, well, I mean, the people who fly the P400 will be very happy, I'm sure. The Kai oh, okay, well, that's the US version. It's going up. That's again a Japanese plane in American service going up. We have more of our Italian friends here. The C200 series, of course, with their new, more effective machine guns. They've been doing way too well, and they need to go up to 2.3. I don't see the point of this. These planes are fine at 2.0. A Heinkel going to 2.3. Well, that's all right, I guess. B-17 going down one little step. It's also all right. We have the Uhu here, the recon plane, German recon plane going up to 2.3. It can be a menace, this plane, but should it go up to 2.3 with those two little pop guns? I'm not sure. It's fun, but it's gonna face up to 3.3. My P38 is gonna face. That's gonna be nice. Yep. Okay, well. Yeah, another Japanese plane here going up, of course. Yeah, them machine guns way too effective. More Italians, well, same story, guys, same story. These changes are not necessary at all, but because of the extra firepower that they got, they do much better now. And apparently Gaijin decided that the increase in stats is so massive that they definitely need to go up in battle rating. We have the Kai 45Co, one of my favorite heavy fighters. That's fine. 2.0 for this plane is very nice. 2.0 it can handle that. These are helicopters here. I don't have anything with helicopters, so I'm gonna skip those. But yeah, man, I mean, the massive trends that we see here is Japanese and Italian being upgraded, and we also know that their smaller caliber guns were buffed recently. And we see the effects here of that change. We see all these planes going up. It's going to be more difficult now to fly the early Japanese and early Italians. It's unfortunate because I think those gun changes were quite good for those two trees, made people fly them more and have a little bit more fun in them, except they're going up in battle rating pretty much. Most of them. Yeah, and some very strange things, man, like these wildcats. One wildcat was changed, but the best one was not changed. You've got these zeros that were changed up. You've got BF-109 going down. You've got Aero Cobras going down to ridiculous battle ratings. 2.7 for the P39N0. That's going to be nice. It's going to be... Well, it's gonna be seal clubbing, isn't it? I mean, this is just, yeah. And these zeros, well. I mean, there's a lot here. Let me know which change you are most annoyed about, or maybe which change you are most happy about. I know Maxi wants to say something about this change. Sure, you want to mention it? Let me know in the comments, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.